Let me be the first to say that I was not going to watch this show, but desperate times calls for desperate measures, and here we are. What is up, you guys? It is your good sis, Yamani Alexis. Welcome back to the channel, the video, the banger, whatever you want to call it. I need to start adding in welcome or welcome back, because I just be assuming that y'all subscribed already, and you should be. So with that being said, I'm going to give you the kindest and gentle reminder to subscribe at any point during this video if you see anything you like, okay? I'm not about to waste y'all time because we already know why you here. We going to talk about the tea. And I really and truly did not set out to watch this show in any shape, form, or fashion. I did not want to even cover anything Zeus related on this channel because it is a guilty pleasure of mine that I'm even tapped into a Zeus Network show to begin with. I don't even want people to know I got Zeus on my TV or my phone. So please do not judge me. Okay. We all need a little ghetto ratchet TV. And as you can tell, I'm a little ghetto and ratchet. It's given very much so birds of a feather flock together. Okay, so please forgive me. Anyway, with that being said, with that disclaimer being put out there, let's talk about how I even started watching the show to begin with. As if y'all give a fuck, right? I started watching the show because I was at the gym legit yesterday, and I was on a treadmill for 45 minutes, and I'm like, yo, I need a video to watch for 45 minutes just while I'm on the treadmill. Like today, I'm not feeling music. Today I'm feeling kind of grumpy. I honestly feel like I want to watch something entertaining, so I'm scrolling on YouTube and I don't find any videos that fit that criteria, but I see that Big Mouth was covering the first episode of Transforming Rollie. So I said, wait a minute, I can't watch commentary on something I didn't watch. So I pondered upon the thought for a few seconds, and I said, am I really about to watch Transforming Rollie? Because let's admit it, I don't like her anymore. She is a very big misrepresentation of plus size women in the media, and she feeds that negative statistic that we have looming over our heads. So I said, man, I like her. Do me want to watch this? Don't unsubscribe, please. Don't unsubscribe. That is my poor attempt at being Jamaican for 2 seconds. Please. I'm just trying to be down. I'm just trying to be down. I love to impersonate people. I love all of that shit. All right? That's just who I am. I'm not trying to be funny. That's just who I am. Now, back on topic. Is this mic too much in my face? Hold on. Is this a little better? Hopefully it doesn't mess up my audio. Yeah, I feel like this was too much in my face. If you this close, you gotta go. Okay. Yo, see? I'm proving that I'm a Zeus watcher. I'm proving that I'm a Zeus watcher by even saying and implying those things. I'm sorry. Back to the task at hand, right? So I decided to watch it. And I already had like these negative thoughts in my mind. Like, why would this girl go for surgeries that are shallow? And it was to fit in and be a part of this thing and get the stamp of approval as a baddie. I felt like she was doing it for all the wrong reasons. So to support her and put coin in her pocket was just not something that I was willing to do until now. All right. So now that we covered the reason why we watched it in the first place, we could actually talk about it. Now, look at me, as juicy as I want to be, as juicy as ever, had VSG surgery. And this is why I feel like I can honestly talk about this topic, because I myself want 2 separate plastic surgeries. So I felt like I'm well within my realm to talk about this. Number 1, I'm a big girl. Number 2, I had VSG surgery. Number 3, I'm working on losing weight so I can have plastic surgery. So I fit the bill to talk about this. Okay? So don't be in the comments talking about, but me nothing. Bitch. But me nothing. VSG surgery was life-changing for me. But mentally, you have to change mentally before you have any physical alterations done to your body via surgery, including all of the ones that Rollie has gotten. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe Rollie got 2 BBLs, which includes 2 rounds of lipo and a tummy tuck and a breast reduction. So I want a tummy tuck and a breast reduction upon losing all the weight that I need to lose first, which goes along with what everybody else is saying. She should have had VSG surgery. She should have lost the weight first. She should have, she felt like the Ozempic pen was enough, apparently, based on what I seen in the episode. That Ozempic pen was, the fixer-upper that she needed to start the process. And it really wasn't, love. It was not. It was not. And Ozempic, it's a whole nother topic. So everybody, much like myself, had an opinion like, why did Rollie, as rotund and thick and juicy as she was, and knock-kneed as she was, and still is, will go with her big back ass and get BBLs, tummy tuck, and a breast reduction without trying to lose some type of weight first? And that is because, number one, she thought Ozempic was going to save her. But she didn't want to be saved. No J. Cole. That wasn't enough. But I have conflicting thoughts about what Rollie did now that I watched the episode. And it's only episode 1. And I don't know if I'm going to keep coming on here and doing updates. Don't expect that from me. But upon going in and watching the first episode, I already know what it's giving. Rollie said a few things like, if I didn't get this surgery in 5 years, I would have been on my deathbed. So did you really think that 2 BBLs, a tummy tuck, and a breast reduction was going to do that for you? I honestly believe that in her mind, getting these surgeries, she was replacing her internal organs from the way she was speaking in the upcoming attraction for the next episode. And I'm like, is this girl for real? Like, the connection she has in her mind to these surgeries towards health is crazy. Because you're only improving your image, you're not improving your health. And again, anything that you do under the knife, if you're not prepared to shift your mental first, it will not work. So if you continue to eat the bad foods, even though your doctors claim that you're healthy for a big girl, that can still end up being your reality. Diabetes, high blood pressure, the things could very much so still be your reality because you didn't make any internal changes. So on that half, I completely understand why people was like, yo, her getting all these surgeries don't even add up. She didn't even try to fix the inner work. She didn't even try to fix the inside before she went to fix the outside, which I totally agree with. But on the adverse of that, I am post-surgery. What is 2024? Hey Siri, how many years ago was 2018? I am coming up on 6 years being post-op of my VSG surgery, and I gained the weight back. And me also knowing that you cannot spot reduce fat, I understand some of her decisions to go ahead and improve her body because she felt like she had to meet this aesthetic criteria to be a baddie. Even though she felt it on the inside, she wanted to look like it on the outside, which I understand on an aesthetic level. But if you're going to be kicking all of this, I would have been on death's bed in 5 years. It's like, girl, if you're not changing whatever you're putting into your body, if you're not actually doing the work to stay alive and be alive, it won't happen. And it's very much so still possible that it can happen to you. So to see like her have these ideologies about plastic surgery and hold them to the same regard as being a healthy individual is scary to me. It's very scary, right? So here I am, post-op, 6 years, coming up in June. I got my big back, number one. So I understand why you would do it. Honestly, Rollie could have got in the gym in a year and changed her complete appearance on top of being on Ozempic, because let's face it, Ozempic works to a degree, but like I said, if you're not making the necessary changes, you're gonna gain it back. With weight loss surgery, you have the capabilities of gaining weight back. With Ozempic, you have the capabilities of gaining weight back. With plastic surgery, you have the capabilities of gaining weight back. It is a mental shift that needs to happen. But I don't want to ignore the fact that if you want to be a bad bitch, better than the average, and the fact that you can't spot reduce fat and put it where you want it. I understand her choices, but I felt like those choices should have came later on down the line. But yeah, if you want to be a bad bitch better than the average, I understand wanting to place fat where you want it to go. I understand wanting to have a big butt. Who the hell don't want to have a big butt these days? I understand wanting to have a small waist. Who doesn't want to have a small waist these days? But I think based off the things that she was saying in this episode, you can tell that the underlying issue is not fixed. Even immediately going on live, I don't know if that has something to do with goals and their contract and whatever they upheld and whatever she has to do on her end in order to fulfill her obligations. But going live immediately after a procedure like that is crazy to me. That's crazy talk, Lillian. You need to go heal up, rest up. Then they telling you to take Tylenol extra strength. Ma'am, if you don't give me some Tylenol with codeine or something in it, bitch. A Tylenol extra strength. What? Excuse me? So when these internal pockets of numbing cream that you done inserted into my stomach and my ass wear off, I'm supposed to subside the pain with Tylenol extra strength. Y'all go ahead and go to goals if y'all want to. Y'all go ahead and go to goals if you want to. I was like, excuse me? You know, never gonna happen. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. And this is not a video to bash Rollie at all. With being an influencer, right? And sometimes you don't realize you're influencing people. And that's not your fault. But with being an influencer, you put out these narratives a lot of times that sway people to think a certain way. And people need to be informed that that's not the way to do it. This is why things like tests and getting your blood work drawn and ran and getting all these, even before VSG surgery, you got to run some laps, sister girl, to get VSG. You have to be physically fit or healthy enough to undergo anesthesia and things of that nature. So you have to fit a certain bill, a certain criteria before you can start doing body altering things and going under knives and receiving procedures such as BBLs. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to sit up here and act like she wasn't healthy enough to receive these surgeries, but people get these ideas in their head. And then when things don't go their way, be upset and trying to sue. It's like, sister girl, no, right? Also, I don't want people to think that I'm bashing plastic surgery. Like I said, your girl want a tummy tuck and a breast reduction. Give me a year, maybe 2. It's going to happen. Okay? And I'm going to document those journeys as well. But even how she was talking to Natalie scares me. Your blood is oozing from your ass. First of all, can we talk about... My stomach literally just got sick with the mental picture that I just got from that episode. The fat that was oozing back out of her, all over her butt. Oh my God. See, people like me don't like to clean chicken and shit because of the way fat looks. And you would think I would want to get my life together, which I am. But to know that that's inside of you is like crazy to me. I know it's like thermal, it keeps me warm and shit, but the looks of it is disgusting. It looks, it looks like a bunch of chicken fat. I'm sorry. Back on topic, right? Even the way she was talking to Natalie over the phone. First of all, they didn't even clean you up. You have fat oozing onto the floor on a chuck under your feet. And you're showing people your ass and look at me, bitch. Oh, this ass is fat now. Yet you still knock me. And you still, spirit is still dirty. Still very dirty, my love. And adding physical attributes on top of that is just going to make you seem more vain and more out of touch and less humble, which we used to love the old humble Rollie. And I want to point out that I saw Rollie's inner child in this episode. Like her discussing things she's been through and how she immediately gets into defense mode when people say things to her. Her inner child is not healed at all. At all. The way she speaks about her depression, she didn't mention that she sought out any therapy. She didn't say that she was getting any type of help, but she's focused on the wrong things because she's a part of a community of women that call themselves baddies. The fact that she covers up the real issues and the root issues in her life with plastic surgery and being a bad bitch is scary. A bad bitch knows when to seek real help. I just need you to know that. A bad bitch is not just about the look of things, how you look on the outside. It's about how you take care of your kids, how you take care of your business, how you're a boss. And the cherry on top is looking good, for sure. To me, a baddie has nothing on a boss bitch. To me. Because baddie is all about the aesthetic in my mind. When I think about a baddie, I think about the aesthetic. But when I think of the word bad bitch or boss or boss bitch, even though you got that negative word on the end, it's the boss that takes precedence over anything else. It's the boss that shows. It's the boss that shines. The fact that boss is even in your title. You know what I'm saying? So a few videos ago, I was like, I want y'all to be a baddie on good terms. I don't want y'all to be no baddie. I want y'all to be a boss. Boss up. Boss up. I know it's the it thing to say these days. Like, yeah, I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. A baddie is a step down from a boss. I need Rollie in order for me to have like any type of love or respect for her ever again. I need her to see her elevate from being a baddie to a boss. Now, you know who is a boss? Natalie. We may not agree with everything Natalie does, but she makes some power moves that you won't even see coming. Her ducks are in a row. She's also a good mother. Natalie is a boss. And with Rollie being as close to Natalie as she is, she needs to take better attributes from Natalie, especially now that you got the body down packed. The body's done. The body's done. Now, we need to see you make boss moves and humble yourself. I know y'all got to keep up for TV. I know y'all got to keep up for appearances. I know, I get it. The TV world is not what we think. It is not really reality. We get it. Y'all have to put on a show. And that's what Natalie does very well. Natalie puts on a great show. But her, behind the scenes, her ducks are lined in a row. Every season of Baddies, she has a new business rollout, a new plan, a new check of some sorts. So I need Rollie to get on that same wavelength if she's going to surround herself around women like Natalie. You can't just want to be around to benefit from being Natalie's friend and not take the good things from her. Like being a good mother. Like being a boss. So I'm happy for Rollie. If this is what makes you happy, I love it. But please keep up with your fitness. Please keep up with your nutrition now that you got this newfound framework. Because that's what it's called. You are in a different frame. So you need to act like the baddie that you are. Yeah, you're going to turn up. You're going to drink. You're going to smoke. You're going to do your thing because that's what you do. But make sure you're feeding your soul, your spirit, your heart. All the energy you have for being a bad bitch, I need you to put that same energy into other aspects of your life. All right? I don't know if she will ever see this. Do I care if she sees it? No. I care about the representation that she has and how she has young girls looking up to her and they might not know better. And I do. I know better. I went the route you're supposed to go. And now I'm kind of undoing it by doing the work myself. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm doing all the work behind the scenes. So I've been on both sides of wanting to get surgeries done to be a baddie. Like I've been through that. But I know that there's things that I got to fix internally first. So with that being said, if I have any kind of influence, or if I could just change one person's mind about doing something that could possibly unalive them, I'm gonna do it. Especially being a fellow plus size girl. This coming from smaller people, it may not resonate with you because you already feel like they got the prize you're searching for. Like, girl, you can't tell me what to do because you already small. No, it's coming from a big girl. It's coming from a boss in training. Okay? I understand what you're going through. I'm currently going through it right now. And I know, like, the mental switch is not an easy one, but it's imperative if you want to sustain your life as a boss. You want to play the part before you look the part, for sure. Make sure you're playing the part before you look the part, please. Or the two worlds will never collide if you don't. Like, you have to do the root work first. All right? So that's today's lesson, because the body would have came eventually, honey. If you would have lost a little bit of weight first. And she even asked one of the medical professionals, do you think I should have lost a little bit more weight before attempting to have another surgery? And he looked her straight in the face and said, yes. So you kept going through things even with medical advice, because you felt like it was more important to look the part than to be the part. So that is it for today's video. I hope I didn't sound like a know-it-all. I hope I didn't sound like I was better than somebody because I know a little something. You know, your girl did go to medical school, you know, for like 4 years. But, you know, who's counting? At 3 different schools. Oh, my God. So I hope I don't sound like I'm better than nobody, because I'm not. And I have experience under my belt in all aspects of what I talked about today. So I hope I didn't offend anybody, and if I didn't, please subscribe, because I want you guys to stay tuned for my journey. Not to say that it's any better, please, I'm not saying that. If you want to compare and contrast, or if you want to see how I go through my journey, and it's not an easy one. Like I said, I do plan on getting my breasts reduced. I do plan on getting my tummy tucked so I don't have to tuck it anymore into my pants. So if y'all want to stay tuned for that journey, please hit that subscribe button. Please, I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video if you do. Don't be a hater, please, and thank you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Yamani Alexis signing out and signing off. Later.